What if you could control the one thing that really dictates everything? Your success, your happiness, your whole future. Yeah, we're talking about your mind. And today, we're going to dive into this really simple but incredibly powerful system to do exactly that. Wow, that quote just cuts right to the heart of it, doesn't it? See, these negative thoughts, they're not just little moments of doubt that pop into your head. The source material calls them silent thieves of our future, and I think that's perfect. They're just quietly draining away our potential before we even get a chance to do anything about it. All right, so let's meet the hero of our story today. His name is Kabir. He's a 20-year-old from a small village, and he's got this huge dream, but he's also got an even bigger problem. See, his own mind has turned against him. It's become his worst enemy, just poisoning his thoughts and wrecking his ambitions from the inside out. I mean, you can really feel his struggle here, right? He's got this really clear, noble goal. He just wants to pass his exams, make his parents proud. But that little voice in his head is relentless. That whisper of, what if you fail again? And, it's not the studying that's exhausting him. It's the sheer weight of all that negativity. It's like this cloud of gloom just follows him everywhere he goes. Okay, let's just pause right here for a second. I want you to really think about this for yourself. What was the first thought that popped into your head when you woke up this morning? Was it a seed of hope? Something positive? Or was it a seed of fear? This is so much more important than most of us ever realize. So Kabir isn't going through this completely alone. His dad, Ratan, is this super hardworking farmer who is just pouring his entire life into giving his son a better future. But he's about to learn a really tough lesson, that sometimes all that love and all that hard work, it's just not enough. And this is the turning point in the story. One night, Ratan is just watching his son, and he sees him slam his book shut, just totally frustrated. And in that moment, he gets it. He realizes that his own efforts, his love, they can't win this internal war for Kabir. They need a different kind of help. They need a higher wisdom. And that's the decision that leads them to a wise guru living by the river. So they go to this guru, and they meet him under this huge ancient banyan tree. And it's there that he introduces them to a system for mental clarity that's so simple, but as you'll see, incredibly profound. It's called the White Pebble Lesson. Now, what's great is the guru doesn't just start lecturing Kabir. He gives him this amazing visual and analogy. He says, your negative thoughts, they're like little holes in the bottom of a water pot. Think about that. No matter how much good stuff, how much success or effort you pour into the top, it's just going to leak right out. This just perfectly explains why Kabir feels like he's working so hard but getting absolutely nowhere. Okay, so here's the system itself. This is the heart of it. It's just 3 simple, totally actionable steps. First up is the jar of awareness. Every single time you have a negative thought, you put a black stone in a jar. This makes the invisible problem, visible. You can actually see it. Step 2 is the 3-breath rule. The second a negative thought hits, you just stop, and you take 3 deep breaths. It's like a mental reset button. It stops the spiral. And finally, number 3, the white pebble replacement. For every black stone you put in, you have to find one thing you're grateful for. All right, but look, having a system is one thing. Actually doing it is another. And Kabir's first week, it is a total battle. He's trying to tame this wild horse that is his mind, and believe me, it is not going down without a fight. And that first big takeaway is a real shock to his system. He's just stunned to see how fast that jar starts filling up with black stones. I mean, faster than he ever could have imagined. A thought about it being too hot, bam, a stone. A dog barking outside, another stone. Getting frustrated with his own studying, another one. For the first time, he's actually seeing the true scale of his own negativity. But then we get to see the system actually work. His friends call him, trying to get him to go waste time. Now, the old Kabir, he would have caved in a second. But the new Kabir, he stops, he uses that 3-breath rule, he consciously chooses his goal over the distraction, and he stays with his books. This might sound small, but this is a huge victory for him. And that victory, that one little act of choosing focus over distraction, that was just the beginning. It was the very first step on this path from being a total slave to his mind to actually becoming its master. I mean, this slide really says it all, doesn't it? Look at the difference. He goes from being a slave to his thoughts to the master of his mind. That cloud of gloom we talked about, it's replaced by a mountain of steadiness. We're not talking about a small improvement here. This is a complete 180-degree transformation. And here's the proof in the pudding, right here. 2 hours. For the first time in his entire life, Kabir is able to study for 2 hours straight with no distractions. Now, that number isn't just about time. It represents a whole new level of focus, a kind of mental control he has just never experienced before. So, the big day finally comes, exam day, the day that used to fill him with absolute dread. But this time, he's prepared. He doesn't panic. He uses his tools. He takes those 3 deep breaths, he remembers all his white pebbles, all those moments of gratitude, and he just calmly walks in and aces the exam. Not just passes, he gets the highest score in his entire class. And that, right there, is really the ultimate lesson from his whole journey. It's captured perfectly in this quote. His success, it had nothing to do with luck. It was a direct result of him learning the discipline of his own thoughts. So Kabir's story isn't just a nice story, it's a practical roadmap that any of us can follow. And really, that leaves just one question for you. What's the first black stone that you're going to replace today?